Happy Wednesday! Halfway through the week and almost to the long weekend. Today I'm going to show you how I plant tomatoes. And these I have already trimmed up. One of these I won't be planting. I haven't decided yet which. Probably the shorter of the two, which isn't shorter by much. And since I've already got my mulch down, I'm just going to rake away a nice spot here. It rained a couple days ago. Well, last night we got a little bit. Where'd my shovel go? And then the day before that, we got not quite an inch. So everything's nice and wet. And I had these plants had them in their little solo cups and had the mulch filled around them so I could decide if that's where I wanted them and all that kind of good stuff. My tomatoes, I do plant them deep, so they will end up being almost up to the top of those leaves. And as I dig and I find trash like, weed eater string, I pick it up just because it's the right thing to do. And that's actually probably my weed eater string, to be honest with you. It's a weed eater I had before. What I have now is battery. That one was electric. But anytime you prune your tomatoes, you want to do that at least a day, if not more, before you put them in the ground. That way the wounds have a chance to heal. Because you just don't want to put an open wound in the ground where you have chances for bacteria and all that kind of stuff to get into the plant, potentially cause disease and all that. So, yeah, I saw something. I don't know where it went. But anyway, we're about there. As you get to planting these, whatever you've got your tomatoes in, I got a dead mulberry tree here, and I think I'm running into a root from it. Those things are everywhere and they're awful to get rid of. Let's see where we're at for this cup. Let's see. It's probably a little too deep. So I'll just rake some of that. That's probably too much now. Oh. We'll make it work. And I use this Osmocote. This one feeds up to 6 months. You can get it pretty well any big box store. I'm going to have to set you down here for a second. And I'm putting just a tablespoon in because when I had my soil tested, everything came in pretty good. Phosphorus is really high in my soil for some reason. I can't figure out why. So, I'm trying to not do a whole lot for that. The NPK ratio on this here is 15:9:12. So I went with something that had a low phosphate family type number. And so I had a little bit spillage, and then I'm just going to spill it around in the bottom and squeeze my cup a little bit to loosen up the plant. C2 is how I kept track of it on my chart. And then it just slides right out of the cup. And I'm going to slide it in my cup so I can more easily keep track of how I have planted them, so I can write it down. I've got 2 more I've already done. And let me see here if there's an easy way